Yo, Rocco B Scotty G, highly explicit NFL podcast. We're back. Holy shit, we've been gone for a while. We're back. We got 1.5 months till the NFL season hits. It's almost here, but there's my boy out in California. He's been chomping at the bit to get back. My boy Scotty G.
Oh, you know it. How you doing?
We are back. This is a little bit of hiatus for us. We're back.
It's been too long. Rock. It's been too long. Our listeners are lost. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
They've been begging for us, and that's why we're back. And not only we're back for them, but we're back because the season is about 6-7 weeks away. We got training camps about to kick off. The Cowboys are about to start Hard Knocks on HBO. We'll get into that. But listen, I'm dying to update everybody on what we missed while we've been gone. There's been so much shit.
I want to apologize to everyone, too, because I think a lot of the reason we've been gone, Rock doesn't want to say this, but I'm just going to tell you guys, he's been so enamored with the NBA Finals that we just didn't have time to do a show. I would ask him, let's do a show today. He'd be like, no, I'm really watching these Milwaukee Bucks, and every flip of the ball, man, it's just... He's just there, you know.
Listen, the Greek Freak's my man.
He's
that.
the biggest NBA fan now. A lot's changed.
Well, yeah, it's a lot's changed.
LeBron's his favorite player.
Jiminy Christmas. I'm going to tell you what, the fucking NBA is over. Thank God it's over because it's NFL time.
You're right. It is fucking over. So let's get back to football.
It's NFL time, baby. And I'm going to tell you what. There's been a lot of shit in this offseason that could fucking get me going and get us kicked off of YouTube. Believe me. But we're going to stay away.
For shit like that?
We can. And it's 2021. You can probably get kicked off for a lot less. But I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing that I can't believe that we haven't heard shit about, even in our little hiatus, is fucking Deshaun Watson. Where has Mista Masseuse gone? His news has disappeared like CNN's ratings. But here's the thing, Scotty. The fucking Philadelphia fucking Eagles still reportedly want the 90-minute deep tissue specialist. They want him badly. They want him badly like a fucking hot stone that needs a heater. It's unbelievable the fact that the Eagles are still willing, with Jalen Hurts, the fucking man, as their quarterback.
He's the man now.
But they're still all in. They're still all in on getting Watson. They're going to get rid of all those picks. And fucking all of a sudden, Watson is the guy, even though we don't know what's going on. The NFL can suspend this motherfucker for a whole year, and they still want.
Let me play devil's advocate here for a second. Let's say you're right. Let's say he gets suspended for the entire year. Let's say he gets suspended this year, and he comes back next year and gets hurt, and he's out 2 years. Let's say he's out the next 2 years. As long as he ain't going to fucking prison, and he comes back 3/4 of what he was, it doesn't matter. This guy is one of the best in the NFL. Are you kidding me? Like, again, maybe this is a desperate Jet fan speaking, but shit. I mean, I would fucking do it. I told you,
get rid of all those picks and not even know what you have in Jalen Hurts, and you do it right now for Watson?
Look, right now, we need so many things. I don't think the Eagles are that far away. I mean, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is these quarterbacks, they're so hard to come by. A top 5 quarterback in the NFL, you could, as a Jet fan, we've never had a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Think about that. It doesn't happen very often. So if you're able to get your hands on one, obviously, if the guy's a scumbag and he's going to jail and he's fucking raping, harassing broads left and right, I get it. I don't want him either. And I don't want to touch him because I don't know what's going on right now. But it's getting a lot quieter. I'm hearing a lot more about settlements. There's still no criminal charges. I hate to say this, and it really is a shame for women who are actually going through situations, especially with massages and shit like that.
It's a shame.
But
it's terrible.
It's terrible. It really is a shame on that, the people who are actually going through this shit. But this is looking more and more like a money grab every fucking day. And I'm not saying this guy is completely innocent. He clearly is doing some weird, shady shit, or he's just a fucking horn dog. But it's looking more and more like it's a lot more consensual than it was him fucking...
Listen, I don't give a fucking shiatsu about the fact that this guy could be the top 5 quarterback of the league for the Eagles or blah, blah, blah. My issue is this fucking Swedish fucking massage-loving guy may be unbelievable. Yes.
I would say he's definitely more of a Thai massage guy, but, go ahead.
But I don't give a damn if he's getting golden fingers, golden showers. I don't care. The fact is he's doing... I don't care about Watson. they should be caring about Jalen Hurts. Maybe Jalen Hurts is the future Deshaun Watson. Where did Deshaun Watson come from? He came from college. He started with Houston, and all of a sudden, bada boom, bada bing. Of course, he won a national championship. Year 1, year 2, proving that he is going to be the fucking man. Give Jalen Hurts that chance. Jalen Hurts may be that man.
You're not wrong, but there's a big word you said in the beginning of the sentence. It was maybe. Maybe. And that's it. And Deshaun Watson's not a maybe. He's a definite.
I understand, but he's going to be really expensive, especially after next year. And I'm telling you, you might have Jalen Hurts on the hook for the next 3 years, very, very cheap, and he might be just as good as Deshaun Watson. Give him a goddamn chance. That's all I'm saying. Now, we have a question from one of our big listeners, Mr. Alabama from New Jersey. Later on, he wants to get into Tua Tagovailoa. You've said it multiple times.
Yeah, you got to give him time.
You want to give Tua a fucking chance. Well, give Jalen Hurts a chance, okay? That's what I want Philly to do. If they want to give 3 first-round picks to Houston for Mista Masseuse and blow it and not even give Jalen Hurts a shot, do it. Because I fucking hate the Eagles.
Miami front office people listening to the pod right now, just turn it the fuck off. Because what I want to say, I don't want to give you any ideas, but if you have the ability to swap Tua for fucking Deshaun Watson, you do it without even thinking.
No doubt.
You do it without even thinking.
No doubt.
Like, I would have already done that. I would have already done that and been like, we'll deal with the lawsuit and shit later. Like, Miami, he would put them so far. That team becomes, I don't want it to happen because that team becomes the contender in the AFC, hands down.
No doubt. I'd like them with Jalen Hurts, to be honest. I mean, I think Tua's garbage. We all know that. We will get to Mr. Alabama's his question later on in the show. We want to update you also on the big news about Julio Jones. I know it happened, about a month ago. He goes to the Tennessee Titans, a team that I believe Scotty G was all over in private for a second-round pick. Atlanta gets a second-round pick back. You know what this screams to me, Scotty?
What?
Oh, man. It screams to me that my boy, number 11,
I knew you were going to say
A.J. fucking Brown, is on his way to be the next Julio Jones in the NFL, and Julio's going to help him do it. Once Tennessee's got that boy, number 22, in the backfield, Derrick Henry, and they have fucking now Julio Jones instead of Corey Davis on the other side of A.J. Brown, holy shit. Get a load of A.J. Brown this year, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm assuming you really like this move.
Unbelievable for A.J. Brown. I believe that Tennessee
What about for the Titans? Yeah,
has to really prove to me that is Arthur Smith going to Atlanta a huge fucking problem for them? Do they have the same offense? I don't know. I got to see it, but they got the fucking pieces.
Let me ask you this, because it's been so long now. I forget. What did they give up for this guy again?
Second round pick.
Second round pick?
Yeah.
To me, I think this was an awful move. I really don't like it.
Well, okay. Now, let me guess where you're going with this.
I'm being dead serious. I'm not even joking. I think it's a terrible move.
You think it's a terrible move because you believe that Julio is done? Or do you believe it's a terrible move because Julio Jones is worth more than a second-round pick?
Well, for the Titans, that'd be great then because I do think he's worth more than a second-round pick. I don't think he's done at all. I think he's got another year or two in him of elite play, but this guy can't stay healthy, and I only think it is probably another year or two. So, I mean, yeah, a year or two in the NFL to me is a long time because teams completely change year to year. So, to me, he's going to be good for another year or two, but he normally, even at his peak, has never been able to stay healthy consistently. To me, the way I look at it is Julio, for what you're paying, for what you gave up, for what you got him. I mean, honestly, you're getting him on the decline. Why don't you just keep Corey Davis, pay him less than you'd pay Julio Jones, and Corey Davis could turn into be another elite receiver. You don't know what he's going to be. Like the Jets took a flyer on him because he's already been good, but he looks like he could take that next step. Corey Davis is young. What if Corey Davis turns out to be like a fucking stud? What if he becomes I don't want to say Julio because their games are different, but like, what if he becomes a fucking talented receiver? You might have had the same situation, but a guy on the cheap who's going to be around for the next 7 years, opposed to a guy who's only going to be there for maybe 2 and might not be healthy the whole time. Honestly, Julio, the only thing he will put you over the top in is the playoffs if they get there and he's healthy. That to me is the only time he he's clutch because in the regular season, I don't know. I don't. He's probably either not going to be there or it's not going to be a game changer to me.
I think Corey Davis has to prove it to me now with New York, with your Jets, Gangrene. If he is legit and he's worth that number one money that they gave him, he's got to prove it to me because apparently Tennessee wasn't proven with the past 4 years he's been there. They let his ass go. Okay, they let him go. He is not going to scare a defense on the field like Julio would. They're not going to just say, hey, how you doing? It's fucking Corey Davis. Let's fucking shade the fucking safety over to that side. They're going to do it with Julio, though. And who is that going to help? That's going to help A.J. Brown. That's going to help Derrick Henry to get a fucking safety out of the box. Corey Davis ain't fucking taking a safety out of the box. No fucking way. And especially when Jonnu Smith is now gone. Now, all of a sudden, you know, you got Arthur Smith gone. You got Jonnu Smith gone. They needed to add another weapon to get that safety out of the fucking box for Derrick Henry. And Julio Jones, the perfect guy to do it. I completely agree with you, though. He's got to prove that he is not on the super fucking decline to where he's going to miss half a season every year. And he's got to be there when it fucking counts. But if I'm Ryan Tannehill, I'm fucking shooting in my shorts right now with Julio Jones.
I missed that. I missed that shooting in your shorts.
I'm going to make a fucking T-shirt. I can't wait. Now, another guy that was on my fucking stud muffin list who is now off the books. I can't believe that it took him this long. Melvin Ingram signs with the Pittsburgh Steelers for a year and $4 million. I believe if he makes the team, which I think he will, because apparently Vince Williams, another one of their linebackers, just fucking retired in training camp yesterday. And to make up for the loss of Bud Dupree, if he stays, if he makes the team, if he shows his old fucking self, first-round pick with the Chargers, Pittsburgh's defense, again, is going to be fucking nasty.
I think you're way out of bounds, like, writing off Pittsburgh. I told you at the end of, like, the last couple podcasts, whatever we had, that I came around a little bit more because you made the point about their offensive line and whatnot.
Yep.
And a lot of people criticize them for getting Najee Harris because they're like, running back doesn't really fix an offensive line. But in a sense, it does because they need a running game to take that pressure off. They also need a running back there who can pick up blitzes. I think if their offensive line can't be any worse than it was last year. They got a running game now. I mean, I really think the Pittsburgh, I don't think they're going to be like what they were. I don't think they're going to start 11-0 or anything like that. But I think they're a force to be reckoned with. I don't think they're no fucking slouch.
Yeah, I completely disagree with you. I think the offensive line is a fucking mess. I think there's a couple offensive lines that I can think of off the top of my head that are way worse. It'd be the fucking New York Giants and the Houston Texans. But I would say
Seattle Seahawks are pretty bad too.
And the Seahawks they've gotten a little better in the offseason, but I'm going to tell you, the biggest thing and the biggest reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers will fall is because Roethlisberger is fucking done, and they haven't done anything to say, oh, well, if he goes down, who do we got? Mason Rudolph sucks, okay? Josh Dobbs ain't the fucking answer. Duck Hodges wasn't the fucking answer either. It's over for them. They should have just cut their fucking losses with Roethlisberger. It's a telltale sign that he came back for a lot less money. He knows he's done. He knows he's just taking money. He's taken one more year from the NFL. He's done. Pittsburgh's done, and I can't wait to see it. Until they get another quarterback, they're fucked because that defense is so damn good, and Najee Harris is going to be a fucking stud. Claypool's going to be unbelievable, but it's all up to Roethlisberger, and I think he's done. Talking about a team that is donezo, fucking donezo, the New Orleans Saints. They get rid of most of their big-name players that they couldn't afford anymore. Drew Brees retires. They say, Mr. Crablegs is going to be the fucking quarterback now. And now...
It's been fucking years. We're still calling him Mr. Crablegs.
I'm sorry. It sticks. It just sticks with him.
He should have never done that shit.
It just fucking sticks with him, right? Michael Thomas, one of the... I can't stand this fucking guy. One of their target monsters is going to be out until minimum October after he had a procedure on his ankle that he waited to do until June, of course, and it's a 4-month fucking recovery. New Orleans
what the fuck?
is
what was
done.
that? What was that thought process?
Because
Do you think he was like
doesn't
trying to
give a
leverage
shit.
some shit?
Yeah,
You think he was trying to leverage some shit behind the scenes?
You really
So let
think
me ask.
You go real quick. You really think a fucking guy wants to play? He saves a procedure that he knows it's going to take 4 months until
Should have been
June.
done the day after the season ended.
Exactly. I hate that shit.
A couple things here. One, let me just list these names real quick. Quan Baker, Marquez Callaway, Lil Jordan Humphrey, and yeah, it says Lil
Jordan. He's from Texas. He's a good player.
Juan Johnson, Jake Lampman, Jalen McClinsky,
okay,
Traquan Smith.
Yep,
that's basically their
That's their
receiver core.
Yeah.
Do you know any of these guys besides Traquan?
Traquan Smith, like I said, Lil Jordan Humphrey was really great at the University of Texas. But I will tell you that I don't know if you remember what I said about 2 minutes ago.
I don't know any of these guys.
They're fucked.
Traquan.
They're fucked, okay?
Dude.
Alvin Kamara, I can't wait to go into our fantasy shit in the next couple weeks, folks. Alvin Kamara better get into the gym. He better do some Arnold presses. He better do some side raises. He better do some rear delt raises.
Oh, he's going to get beat the fuck up.
That fucking guy has got to put this team on his fucking shoulders. He better do some shrugs. He's got to put the whole fucking team on his back because that's all that they got. That's all they got, and I would say that this could be the final year that you see Sean Payton as the head coach of the Saints. I really believe he's going to see the ship sinking, and I really believe that if Mike McCarthy doesn't do the job that he should do with this Dallas Cowboy team this year,
100%.
Sean Payton is the fucking head coach of the Dallas Cowboys in 2022.
100% agree.
Okay?
100% agree.
So,
and I can see that happening like tomorrow.
So Jerry Jones
that's got writing on the wall.
Has already said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to do anything it fucking takes to get a Super Bowl again."
This motherfucker's crying on TV about
he's crying. And finally, we'll get into that a little bit with the Hard Knocks, but finally he's admitting he fucked up with the Jimmy Johnson situation. I like where Jerry's at, but Michael Thomas,
he's probably dying. Like I'm not even trying to be like funny. This guy is probably like he could be sick for all we know. He's so emotional and he's so like we got to get this done. He's either just too old or there's some shit we don't know about. But this guy's old and he needs it. He needs this championship. Real quick though, right back to the Saints. My other question was I wanted to list the Saint wide receivers. My other question is, do you think this is the year? Because they've been talking about it now for like 2.5 years. Do you think this is the year that Michael Thomas gets dealt?
He should.
Someone takes him off their hands?
It sounds like to me, if you're going to wait until June to have a 4-month procedure and you're already caused trouble, if you remember last year with Michael Thomas, he disappointed fantasy owners everywhere when he was literally not there at all last season, coming off of the NFL fucking record year in 2019. Michael Thomas, I believe, is trying to get the fuck out of there. That's where he's going. If you're happy at a place, if you want to be there, if you're happy with your quarterback, you're happy with your team, you're not going to take yourself out of the season for the first 4 to 6 weeks. It ain't happening. He's out of there. He wants to go. I get rid of him. I get rid of him just like I'd get rid of fucking Rodgers and Adams together in a package deal with Green Bay. We'll get into that later. But let's just stop being negative for a second. Scotty boy, holy shit. I'm loving your Jets, man. I'm loving your fucking Jets. I don't really love Zach Wilson with the fucking sunglasses on throwing the football, but I really do love.
There's a lot of good reports coming out about Zachy though. Zachy Dub.
You got to be excited about the guy.
That's what everybody's calling him, Zachy
Dub. Oh, Jesus Christ. I would say
they're not
now,
really calling him that.
You're calling him, we're calling him that, folks. Zachy Dub. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm going to tell you, the New York Jets offensive line is the fucking shit. Morgan Moses, a stud from Washington for nothing. They brought him over for a year. It's going to be between $3 and $5 million. You brought him over. He's going to be your starting right tackle opposite Mekhi Becton. You got Vera Tucker at guard. You got as your blindside guard. Then you got what's his name, Van Roten or is
Van Roten.
Okay, and then
no, he's not the center. Connor,
or that's right. McGovern will be the center. Van Roten will be the fucking guard, and then you got fucking Fant as your sixth guy. Their offensive line has completely gone under complete metamorphosis over the past year. The fact that now you got Zach Wilson behind the offensive line, every time you talked about BYU, it was that fucking offensive line.
I really hope Morgan Moses performs and they fucking re-sign this motherfucker.
Now
really
he's got him. Now he's got the offensive line there. He's got the pieces. I'm so excited for your Jets. Finally, Scotty. Finally.
I think offensive line has been addressed pretty well. Running back isn't fantastic, but it's not terrible because there's a lot of unknowns. There could be some studs in that room. Wide receiver is actually not as bad as it could be. I think you still probably need another wide receiver, but it's not as bad as it could be. But the biggest glaring is just secondary. Our secondary is trash, dude.
Well, they better sign Marcus Maye. They better sign fucking Marcus Maye.
I'm telling you this right now. I don't really want to make a whole fucking spiel about it because nobody cares about the fucking Jets. But I'm telling you right now, that is the biggest thing going into this season. If they don't sign this guy, it's not only a loss of a massively great player and leader for our team, but it's going to send the worst message to the rest of the locker room that if you can perform, you keep your mouth shut, you do the right things, it doesn't matter. You still ain't getting paid.
Sure.
Because they need to pay this guy literally on principle alone. The fact to send a message to everybody. Yeah. In fact, I would do it at the end of this tag to be like, look, we can tag you and we're still going to pay you. So everyone's like, okay, we'll shut up, we'll play well, and if we get tagged, we still won't say anything. Because that's how you send the message. Yeah. If they fucking cut this guy loose after this tag, dude.
No, I know.
Dude, he was rated 5th overall, I think, of safeties this year, and 4th in coverage. The team was terrible.
No, he's a stud.
The team was terrible. Terrible.
He's a stud, and the fact that they would let him go after they let Adams go, and know that they had two of the best safeties in the entire game on the same team, they got to know that they got to keep these fucking guys.
Here's the other thing, Rock, real quick. He got hurt in his first or second season, whatever it was, and I remember being like, oh, man, like he's actually a stud. People don't know it because he got hurt. But I think it was his second season. But every other year, he's played 4 years. The 3 of the 4 years he wasn't hurt, he played all 16 games.
Yeah.
So literally, he got hurt 1 year. Outside of that, he's played every game. So he's not even injury prone.
He's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Where Adams would be banged up all the time. Banged up on Seattle.
To me, don't sell the wide receiver short either. You're going to have Corey Davis coming in and proving that he can be potentially the number one. You got Crowder as your guy that he knows how to play the slot. And everything that I'm hearing about Elijah
sucking
Moore,
him off, baby.
Everybody is talking about this fucking guy who's a steal. He ain't just a slot guy, they're saying. He's your number 2 on the outside. He could be a Tyreek Hill type of kid, they're saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you know what you're forgetting, and everyone's forgetting, is because he was hurt at the beginning of last year, is I thought Denzel Mims looked good last year.
Sure. He's got to stay there. He was hurt, and he's got to stay there. He was hurt a little bit too at Baylor, but they got to keep him on the field.
But if Mims can stay healthy and play well, if Corey Davis turns out to take that next step, and let's say don't even count Crowder because I don't think he's going to be there after this year. But, like, let's say Elijah Moore is a real deal. That's 3 fucking stud receivers.
Unbelievable. Okay. It's huge. Now, here's the thing.
Huge.
The last little piece I want to get off my chest here of positivity before we get into our new segment, good, bad, or lame as fuck, I want to talk about something that's even better than good.
We're real creative over here.
Tommy Brady. TB12. Can we not say anything more about this guy? Whoa, wait a second. I got fucking something. I got one more thing. We're going to need one more. Tom Brady has reportedly played on a torn medial collateral ligament in his fucking knee all season last year. Oh, mind you, he, oh, that's right. Won the fucking Super Bowl in his first year in Tampa and the first ever time that a home team won the Super Bowl. This fucking guy who's 48,000 years old had a fucking torn MCL the whole year. I don't really know, and there's ever been a guy like this in sports, and if there's ever going to be a guy like this in football ever again. He is the GOAT among GOATs, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
I got a lot to say. I'm going to go off track, and then I'm going to come back on track. So off track here real quick. First off, the Bucks won the Super Bowl, and the Bucks won the NBA championship. That's fucking weird. Secondly, you realize up to this season, and this is, again, way off track. I just got to say this. The Lakers, who did they beat in the finals last year? The Miami Heat. That's Florida. Who did the Dodgers beat? Tampa Bay. Who won the championship the last 2 years in a row? Tampa Bay Lightning in NHL. Mm-hmm. Dude, this fucking, and then Tampa Bay Bucks win Super Bowl. Dude, the state of Florida is quietly becoming, or at least that area, like Tampa Bay, fucking Miami area, it's like the fucking mecca right now of fucking championships. You realize that? No one's even talking about this.
It is.
Because Florida never gets respect for sports. And
Yeah.
I don't blame them because usually it's dog shit down there. But, like, think about it. The last, like, 2 years, it's been all Tampa Bay, Miami area has been getting mostly Tampa Bay.
I literally
all love
was just
in
there.
sports. It's
I was-
unreal.
I was just in Florida. The past 3 days, I was in Sarasota, the fucking land of the Macho Man. Dig it. We were just there, and everything is Tampa Bay related, but it just
It's
doesn't
crazy.
seem like you said, the rest
just
of
not.
the country is talking about it.
No, not at all.
it's
And
unbelievable.
it's probably fair because it's like San Diego. It's like a fair weather area because it's anywhere it's nice. There's so much other shit you can do. Like you hang out with fucking broads, drinking margaritas, banging senoritas, doing your thing. Like it's fun. When there's fun things to do, you're more distracted. You're less into sports. The places that are cold and suck, like New Jersey and New York, we're fucking invested because it's all we got. It's all we got.
That's all we got, man.
So, with that being said, coming back on track, a couple things here. One, I've heard a lot of reports that the MCL thing wasn't that big of a deal, especially because he's not a mobile quarterback. It still is impressive to me, don't get me wrong, but not as big of a deal as you're probably making it out to be.
Oh boy.
And then, two. Can we talk about, like, this guy's been everywhere. I actually like Tom Brady more now than ever before. Before he was like a quiet piece of shit, just being an asshole all the time. Now he's kind of funny. He's kind of all over the place. He's like being like an actual star. Some people can be like, that's annoying. I like him more humble. I don't. I'd rather him be who he is. And it's almost
He was under a
refreshing.
communist fucking regime in New England.
I know. But I'm just saying, with that being said, it's just like it's kind of refreshing seeing him like this. And I got to ask you this one question, and then we'll move on from it. He mentioned in a lot of these interviews about how these teams snubbed him. What teams do you think snubbed him that he's fucking pissed about or was pissed about?
When the cream rises to the top, yeah. I really believe that, honestly, it's two teams. I believe it's either Chicago or it's New Orleans. I believe he either was talking about
Chicago or New Orleans.
I believe
not
he
the
was,
teams I was thinking about.
I believe he was talking about
You out of your
Trubisky.
fucking tits.
He was talking about Trubisky, or he was talking about Drew Brees. I really
You
believe
see,
that was it.
You ready for me? You know the two teams I think he was talking about?
I can't wait.
I think he was talking about old porn star Jimmy G in Niners. I think he was talking about him because I think he wanted to go to the Niners because he's a diehard Niner fan and loves Joe
Niners.
Montana.
Yeah.
So I think he wanted to go there, and they probably said, no, we're going to stick with our guy. And then he probably also wanted to go to Miami, and they probably told him, no, we got fucking Tua.
Yeah,
Because
really,
Miami, you get to play fucking the New England twice a year.
Yeah. I believe the San Fran thing. It makes sense because it's like me if I'm playing and I would love to play for the Cowboys at some point. But if I knew that I had to follow in fucking Troy Aikman's footsteps, I don't think I'd want to do that. And just come on the team for the last 2 or 3 years of my career. I'd want to go somewhere where nobody's been. And I really believe that he knew that.
So you want to go to New Orleans where it was fucking Drew Brees?
I think he could have went to Chicago. I really think that could have made sense. I think New Orleans, Drew Brees has been rumored to be going to NBC for the past 2 fucking years. He could have been gone, and he would have went right into Sean Payton's system. They would have been unfucking believable. But you can't fucking downplay this MCL thing, man. He's unbelievable. The fact that you're, a 44-year-old quarterback with anything wrong with you the whole season structurally in your knee, and then you win the Super Bowl, holy shit. So I got to give that guy so much fucking credit. But Scotty boy, let's do a little new segment, shall we? Put all of our fucking good stuff in one area, bad stuff in one area, and our lame as fuck stuff in one area. Let's do the good, the bad, the lame as fuck. Let's start with the good, shall we? Carl Nassib, defensive end out of Penn State. He's played for Cleveland. He's played for Tampa Bay. And now, of course, he's with the Las Vegas Raiders. He came out as gay, and nobody on the team knew about it. I believe that's good for him.
I think the term is homosexual.
No,
I'm just kidding. I don't think either matters.
Is that the term?
I don't fucking know.
I'm going to tell you, I believe it's good for him. I believe it's good for the league. And I believe it's good for the country to be able to see that this guy who's 6'7", fucking 295, jacked, fucking, sacks, 20 and a half
Badass
sacks,
motherfucker, yeah.
just badass fucking guy on the field, is able to come out not only and say it in the prime of his career, not like a bunch of cowards, in my opinion, that do it when they're 70 years old. Prime of his career, comes out, and he does it for a good reason. He's not trying to shed light on himself. He's just trying to, live his life and make sure that that people know he doesn't want to hide. He doesn't want to be some fucking phony that wants to hide it. So good for him and good for Derek Carr that comes out. He came out and said, that he supports him no matter what, and that's a good teammate move.
I agree, and it's kind of sad because there's a lot of we're obviously in like a PC culture, super sensitive era, and there's definitely things that I disagree with or I think have gone over the top. But the whole, gay homosexuality, lesbian, the whole gay community, the fact that it's still a topic of conversation in any aspect of life is ridiculous to me. Like we're all so past this. Like everyone is accepting of this. This is not like a crazy. Like, to me, I'm happy for him, but it's just sad that it's like he's the first one. It's sad that this is still a thing because, in my personal opinion, and I know people might disagree with this, I think for years there's always been one or two gay players on every team.
Absolutely,
it's just life, dude. It's just life. It doesn't make them any less of a player, any less of a man, or anything like that. It's just their fucking sexual preference. I don't care who you.
Who
bang
cares?
on
Are you banging anybody
own.
on the fucking football field? You banging anybody with pads on? And maybe at your house, but you ain't doing it in front of the fucking the NFL.
Yeah, it doesn't
in front of TV.
matter.
Come on.
So I'm happy for him, and hopefully going forward we can kind of get past this. Your boy Amari Cooper can come out.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, Amari, but
I
don't doubt it. But here's the thing.
I just feel like we just got to get past this.
You're right. You're right. But let's stick to the fucking positives, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody fucking says we're not fucking positive, especially me. We're too negative. We're on fucking bad. We got a bunch of good stuff. Oh, I can't wait for this. We finally did it, Scotty. It's 32 stadiums. 32 stadiums are gonna be full next year, baby. No more cardboard cutouts. No more fake fucking noise. We got every stadium is going to be full to the fucking brim, and the places are going to be packed, and they're going to be loud. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked. I'm so happy about this, and it's another thing. Let's move past COVID. Like, come on,
please,
I
God.
understand. Let's just get back to normal.
Please, God,
as best we can. And I know
give a shit about Delta.
Everybody, I know. Let's all be safe. Let's all be cautious. But like, if you're okay with going out and doing your thing, then please go out and do your thing. Everyone else, take care of yourself. Stay safe. But let's get these fans back in. I mean, I know you were watching, and like I bust your balls about this, but I know you were telling me you were watching a little of the NBA Finals. How much better was it than last year? When
unbelievable.
I mean, even like the little things, like they're counting to 10 for Giannis because they know he was having issues at the free throw line. Like shit like that's fucking awesome, dude.
I know.
I mean, it just makes it so much more interactive and like puts so much more passion behind the game. So I'm so happy that there are going to be some fans there.
Oh man, it's been a long time coming, and it feels like 10 years, let alone 2 years. But I'm going to tell you, sticking along the same topic of COVID and the Delta variant and the Alpha and the Kappa and the Delta and the Bibida, I'm done with it. And apparently the NFL is done with the stipends. The stipends for voluntary opt-outs for COVID. Unless you're high risk, the NFL ain't giving you any fucking dough. You want to sit out?
That's the thing. They're not.
It's over, baby. No more stipends.
Sure about this.
Remember?
I thought they gave him a time period where they could still opt out this year.
Nope. There's a individual assessment that they got to take if they're high risk. They either got to say they got family in the house or
if they're
whatever.
high risk, they can potentially qualify.
If they're high risk, they qualify.
If it's just for personal preference, then no.
Yes, no fucking money, and you don't get the accrued league year like you did last year. That's good. And on top of that, which is fucking great, is my boy Cole Beasley, wide receiver for the Bills, but longtime receiver for the Cowboys. He is coming out and he's basically saying my feelings about social media and how this world has gone. He says about the COVID vaccine, he says this on Twitter, quote, I don't have a problem with anybody getting the vaccine. That is your choice. My problem is that everyone is ridiculing and bullying people on here into getting one or thinking the same way about it. It's becoming that way with every issue. This is not okay. Bing, 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 bing. He hits every fucking nail on the head.
I agree with that 100%.
Every nail on the head.
And I think that's part of the problem with our society now. And that's why, like I've told you before, like I like having our conversations sometimes when we do see differences. And like for anyone listening, I want people to know that sometimes me and Rock don't agree with things. Sometimes I'm on one side, he's on one side. And sometimes it's stuff we know is awkward to talk about or not the greatest thing to talk about. But it's important that even just for us and for everyone else listening that like you hear both sides of it. It's ridiculous for me to tell him how to think or him to tell me how to think. All we can do is give our opinions and then respect each other's thoughts on it. That's it.
Absolutely.
And that's the same shit with this fucking vaccine shit. And I'll tell you, I'm with Cole Beasley. I don't think anyone should be forced to get this shit. I mean, I get it. A lot of people were on it and stuff, but like this shit was rushed out. You don't know the full effects. I mean, the pharmaceutical companies run this fucking world, so who knows, what the real motive could be behind some of this shit. I mean, if it helps you or if it makes you feel better or whatever, go get it, go do it. I support it. I have nothing wrong with it. But if you don't feel comfortable getting it, or your religion is against it, or you whatever, and you don't want to get it, then don't. Mm-hmm. Then you take the other precautions. Anyone who needs to get it, go get it. I mean, to me, that's how I feel about it.
Yep. Bada bing, bada boop, bada bang. And that puts me into the bed. And now the bad part of that is that now the NFL is cracking down, and it's almost like a scarlet letter that you get if you don't get this vaccine because now it's proven out. The Minnesota Vikings have fired their assistant coach, offensive line coach Rick Dennison today because he won't get a fucking vaccine. The New England Patriots are getting rid of their assistant offensive line coach Cole Popovich because he's not getting a vaccine and he really don't want to wear a mask.
Honestly, that should be almost, I mean,
fucking bullshit. It's unbelievable to me that I don't give a fuck whether it's 2021, 1951, 1868. You can't force someone in the United States of America to do really anything, especially injecting a fucking substance into your body.
So here's where I'm going to go with this, because I'm big on trying to check myself from being a hypocrite. I want to agree with you 1,000%, but the only reason why I'm going to hesitate to agree with you is because there are plenty of jobs that you apply to that they make you take like a drug test or they make you take some kind of thing to
drugs are a choice, man. It's a choice to smoke. It's a choice to
but what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is that choice can get you can yeah, we all sniff it sometimes.
I'll tell you what, I like I'll tell you, you can inject it, you can smoke it, you can suck it, and you can sniff it. Whatever you want to take, you ain't working here.
You can boof it too. That's we'll talk about that another time. Jesus, you can boof it.
What's wrong with me?
Anyway, my point being is I get it's a choice, but that's a choice that means you won't get the job. The job says, hey, you can't do cocaine and we're going to drug test you. And you just say, hey, I'm not going to take the drug test, or I'm going to do a drug test and fail it. Like, you don't get the job. So as much as I disagree with this, and for this circumstance, I think it's fucking they're out of their fucking tits doing this shit. And I think it's almost like it should almost be legal for this circumstance. But at the same time, it's like I can't completely go overboard with it because, like I just said, there are other professions where it's like they require you to get certain things, whether it's drug testing or even certain shots or whatever, to handle, to be in certain fields or certain circumstances, and that's been accepted for years. So how am I going to say that's okay, but this isn't? So it's like I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, I understand. And I understand, it's the land of the free and all that kind of stuff. And, you get to do what you want, but then you got to take care of the repercussions. Like you said, for a while, marijuana was legal in states, but yet you couldn't do it in the NFL. And if you wanted a job in the NFL, especially as a fucking player, you had to stay off the fucking green. Well, guess what? That leads us into number 2. Josh Gordon. How this guy is reinstating himself again and writing a letter of reinstatement.
How is it 2021? How is it 2021 and we're still talking about Josh Gordon? And I feel like, what was it, last year or the year before? We were still talking about Johnny Manziel. And now we're still talking about fucking Tim Tebow. How are these 3 people still involved in fucking sports?
It's unreal. Don't get me started with Timmy Boy.
And I don't even. And I feel bad because Tim Tebow does not belong in the conversation with these other 2.
Yes,
he does not. But still, the other 2. How are we still talking about these motherfuckers? It's insane to me.
It's insanity when you get a fucking opportunity like this on a silver platter like Josh Gordon has gotten time after time after time after time, times fucking 12, reinstatement letters don't exist. Bye-bye. You're done.
Yeah, just ban this guy from the NFL.
Get the fuck out of here. Go to Canada. Go to the fucking XFL. You're done. See you later. Speaking of you're done, see you later. Unfortunately, not sure if you saw this news, Scotty. Oh, man, I know you were high on Matthew Stafford. I know you were high on the fucking Los Angeles Rams. Their 2021 season just took a big hit. Cam Akers tore his Achilles.
Oh, I saw that. They got like 7 running backs there.
He's
you
out.
Give a fuck about Cam
He's
Akers?
out for the fucking season. That's it for him.
Matter.
Very bad. That's very bad.
They got 17 other running backs.
When we go into our odds for the not only divisions but also for the playoffs and for the Super Bowl, the Rams just took a big hit. I think that kid Akers is going to be a fucking stud. A torn Achilles, it's going to be tough to even come back.
Wait, he torn his Achilles or his ACL?
Tore his Achilles. Okay.
Oh, he's
so
fucked.
He's fucked. So that sucks. That's the bad. We got 2 fucking really lame as fuck stories here, and we let off at the top with one of them. Rod, Aaron Rodgers, he fucking ain't going anywhere. Okay, he ain't going anywhere. What a fucking shocker! This guy is so lame.
Whoa.
I'm done.
Wait. I'm not on board with this. I think he's still gone.
No.
There's no way he's staying in Green Bay.
He's just this whole
Rock,
story.
He's gone.
This whole story.
Rock, he's gone.
He may be gone. He may be gone in the hills of fucking Chino, in the fucking in the California fucking desert. He'll be gone. It's over. He ain't gonna go to another team.
He's going to another team, dude.
No. He's gonna be either a Green Bay Packer or he's not gonna play.
I'm telling you right now, he's gonna be a Las Vegas Raider.
Ain't happening. And
I got another prediction too. I got 2 predictions. One, Las Vegas Raider, and I know you heard the story about Devontae Adams talking about
Devontae Adams is playing the fucking Packers like a fiddle. Him and Rodgers are doing the same shit.
He ain't going nowhere there. You know why? Because they're gonna swap fucking Rodgers and Carr is gonna be his quarterback, and Devontae Adams is gonna be happy. I think that whole statement. Did you hear that statement? Devontae Adams played with Carr in college.
And
Devontae Adams, and he made a comment saying he would love to play with Carr.
He would love to play.
Some people said, okay, he's trying to get leverage to tell Green Bay, pay me, or I'm going to try to get in the market and go play somewhere else. To me, I think that's him telling Green Bay, if you're going to swap someone, get Derek Carr in here because I'll be happy and I'll stay. I'm just saying. But here's my other prediction, and you're going to think this is crazy. Dr. Tomas already called me out on it. He already said I'm fucking out of my tits.
Prediction?
I don't have any scotch today, so I'm drinking tequila. So maybe it's just the tequila talking. But let me tell you something. Okay?
What you gonna do? Come on.
I do not think it's out of the realm of possibility, as crazy as this sounds. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that if Rodgers gets dealt, he gets dealt to the Jets.
You fucking talking crazy, man. What the fuck you thinking? We're just talking about Zachy Dubs, and you want fucking Aaron Rodgers in here?
Zachy Dubs.
Come on. No, this is where you want to talk about it. Out of your tits.
But think about it. He doesn't have no trade clause. He has no saying where he gets traded, right?
You want me to fucking join you in Crazy Town? You want me to? I'll join you right now in Crazy Town. Do you want to know where he's gonna go?
Who's his brother? Who's his brother? Where's his brother coaching?
Oh, yes, fucking LaFleur is with the Jets. I get that. But does he really like LaFleur? Who the fuck knows? And it's his brother.
Saying he would walk right into the fucking same system. They got a great offensive line. You just said they got solid wide receivers. It's in New York fucking city market.
All right. Well, hold on. Now Crazy Town's going to have population.
Forget about it.
Because I'll join you. If he goes anywhere else, it's going to be the guy you just mentioned earlier with Tommy Brady. It's going to be back to fucking San Fran for a 1-year fucking little rendezvous before fucking Trey Lance takes the team over. He's going to San Fran. That's where he'd go. They trade him for Jimmy G, and he takes over.
He ain't going for 1 year. He's going for 3 years.
Apparently, I don't know who said this in the offseason. I'm not sure who it was. It was fucking me. Trey Lance ain't ready. Trey Lance is not ready. They're saying that he's not even close. Okay, so Jimmy G is not going to last the season. You know Shanahan wants him the fuck out of there. That's where Rodgers would go if he's not a Green Bay Packer. But this is Crazy Town we're talking about.
I got the Raiders, Jets, and then probably Dolphins.
And speaking of the 49ers, okay, this last piece of lame as fuck news that's happened in the past couple of weeks, this tight end university bullshit. What is with these people now in 2021 about everything's got to have a name, everything's got to have everybody know about it. We're going to make T-shirts and we're going to get to a fucking hotel together. We're going to put it on Twitter. We're going to call it a special name. Who the fuck talks about quarterback camps? Who talks about edge rusher camps? Who talks about offensive line camps? Fucking nobody. But all of a sudden, we're not inviting Tim Tebow to our little tight end university because we don't have a big enough fucking tent in the fucking hotel room for him. Like, who gives a fuck? It's so fucking stupid. George Kittle is losing points with me day after day. Tight end university.
You watch your mouth talking bad about George Kittle.
You fucking shut your mouth when you talk to me.
He is the Shane Leather of fucking the NFL.
He is a simpleton. Is exactly right.
The crazy bastard.
I'm done with Kittle. I loved him because he loved professional wrestling. I loved him because he's fucking, drinking beers and shit like Stone Cold. I love the guy. He plays fucking phenomenal. Tight end university. Well, we don't. I didn't want to invite Tebow because, we didn't have enough Super Nintendo controllers for him today. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Lame as fuck.
I agree. It is fucking stupid. It's pretty dumb. The fact they made a big deal about it and like he wasn't cool enough to join the club that nobody wanted to join was kind of a joke. But I mean, I don't know. To me, this isn't even worth talking about. This is stupid.
Well, that's it. I wanted to throw it in there because lame as fuck. We're going to get some lame shit happening with this new age NFL. Now, we talked about the Dallas Cowboys with Hard Knocks. I'm not really excited. I hate to tell you. I mean, as the Dallas,
you're not excited. You're not excited
as the Dallas Cowboys fucking fanatic. I've seen it. They've been on Hard Knocks before.
Is this their second or third time?
I think it's the third fucking time. I remember when Danny Amendola. The big thing that I remember when I watched it back in the day was Danny Amendola was the guy who got cut from Dallas. In training camp, and then all of a sudden, Amendola made a fucking name for himself with the New England Patriots, and the St. Louis Rams as well. But I don't know, man. I don't want to see Mike McCarthy. I can't stand him. I can't stand my quarterback. I don't give a shit.
Honestly, not even being a homer or anything. One of the best fucking Hard Knocks was the Jets. Rex was amazing on that. They should just have Rex hired for just Hard Knocks on the Cowboys and then fire him right after.
That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic. Just to get him on there.
Yeah, no, Rex is the shit. Rex should be involved with the NFL somehow. We've said it multiple times. Rex Ryan.
If he's not in there in another year or two, I don't know what I'm going to think. Because how does this guy not have a job? How does he not want to get involved?
I know. Well, maybe he's making too much money at ESPN. Who knows?
Honestly, it's getting to the point where another year or two, if he comes back then, I might be like, oh, you're outdated, man. The NFL changes so rapidly with everything. It's like, how is his defense going to be so, relevant?
Yeah, no, you're right. But yeah, I'm not excited, and I know that's a shocker to you, but no, I'm not excited. And Dak Prescott better get his head out of his ass, and he better have a repaired ankle because he's going to be running for his life if our O-line doesn't stay healthy. So real quick, I also wanted to inject, if you will, a new segment into the show that we're going to get to every single week because there's bound to be one of these motherfuckers every week. The Jerkoff of the week. Scotty, who is it this week, sir?
So this week, I know this is actually almost outdated now because it was a week and a half ago. My Jerkoff of the week is Richard Sherman.
Oh, Dick Sherman.
Yeah, Dick Sherman. And for those who don't know, it was a blessing and a curse at the same time. Blessing is that this happened now because the Jets were on the verge of potentially signing this guy. It had to be one of his only options.
Absolutely.
He probably didn't have a lot of options. And God forbid this all happened when he was on our team. Probably would have happened. I was waiting for it to happen. So thank God it's already happened. The curse is he actually probably would have helped us if he didn't do this dumb shit. But for those who don't know, this guy got hammered, or supposedly he's on drugs and shit too. I don't know the logistics of what this guy was actually consuming, but it crashed his car. He crashed his car. Pulled the Joe Namath. Actually, Joey never crashed his car.
No, Joey is operational.
Joey's an operational.
Joey is fully operational.
Richard Sherman was not used to this kind of intoxication, so he crashes his car. Then he tries to break into the in-laws' house. There's video of it. TMZ's got all the dirt.
Who the hell will be breaking in their in-laws' house? Jesus Christ.
I have no idea. He's got charged with 5 misdemeanors, including a DUI, resisting arrest. His wife's calling the phone saying he's trying to kill himself. He's telling her that if she calls the cops, he's going to he's going
Off
to fight
himself,
them.
I believe.
No,
right?
no. He also told him he's going to fight them if they show up. So they show up, and I don't think he fights them, but he actually I don't know if he pushed them or what.
I think he
But then
covered him.
He takes off. A police dog chases him down. Pulls him down by his ankle. They got videos on TMZ. The guy had to get stitches in his foot because the dog fucked him up. I mean, this guy had a shitty fucking night on last Thursday or whatever it was. It was just not a good night. It's like you think about your worst night and then add like all the drugs and alcohol you can think of and put TMZ in the middle of it, and it's like that's what this guy had. And then on top of it, the poor wife. I don't know if you saw this. The dispatcher, they released the whole dispatching thing, the whole dispatching call, which first off sucks. It's like the old Dave Chappelle, like how they are allowed to release that shit is ridiculous. It's like it's unreal because it's like this is a personal, traumatic moment in your life, and you want that phone call is clearly whatever's said on that phone call is something you probably never want anyone else to hear.
Yeah, nothing's sacred anymore.
They're posting it all over the place.
Of course.
But it was like the funny thing was people heard and read and watched the whole phone call to the dispatcher, and they all jumped on the dispatcher. This is the world we're living in. They jumped in the dispatcher. This poor wife. The dispatcher starts telling the wife, "Hey, basically, like, stop interrupting me and stop yelling and telling me that this guy's trying to kill himself because you talking is not going to slow down help. Let me talk to you." Like almost like basically saying like, "Shut up, bitch. Let me do my job." And
let me get my information.
This poor lady's frantic. She doesn't know what the fuck's going to happen.
Yeah.
She's got her kids in the house.
She's got her kids. She's got her
she's
mother
got her
and father.
Uncle, she's got her uncle and fucking husband fighting to the death and police on their way. It's like, what is she supposed to do? Of course she's upset. Like you're gonna criticize her and tell her to stop talking. Like what?
Yeah.
So, but ironically, social media jumped all over the dispatcher. It's like I wish we never even saw the call because I feel bad talking about either one's conversation because I mean it's probably not easy for the dispatcher either. But it's just like what a shit show this guy's career's got to be over. You agree? It has to be over. He already had like 1 or 2 years left total. He already lost a step. He had 1 or 2 years left total max. And I think he would have helped the Jets because they're abysmal at that position. And he's a leader and he knows that defense. So he would have taken the young guys and helped them learn the defense. And he would have been a suitable kind of fill-in guy for the Jets, which would have been great. But outside of that, the guy ain't worth a shit. And if he ain't worth a shit, why are you going to bring him in when he's got this bullshit going on? Yeah. And who knows? This guy might see fucking jail time based on what he gets charged with.
Young guys. I tell you, he sounds like a perfect fit for the Philadelphia Eagles. But, yeah, he's in trouble. He's in deep trouble. But Dickie Sherman is Scotty G's jerk-off of the week and very well deserved. I'll tell you that. We also want to have a question of the week answered, as we said, Mr. Alabama with the question from New Jersey. We are going to get to that question right now, and we're going to see what he wants to say about his boy, Tua Tagovailoa.
Rocco B Scotty G. I've heard you guys aren't the biggest Alabama fans. And listen, I get it. I wouldn't like us either. But unfortunately, I am Alabama. So I need to know. And I want you to be honest with me. Please, is there any hope for my boy Tua? I need to know how concerned I should be if Tua doesn't have a stellar year. I know everyone's after him. Everyone wants to kick him out. Everyone wants to complain about the guy. I mean, he's barely been in the league. But please, let me know. Is there hope for my man Tua?
Mr. Alabama.
Mr. Alabama, Mr. Roll Tide. I feel like we got to come up with some name for this motherfucker. I got to tell you, first off, he sounds like he's having a very stressed out day. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like we're obligated to help him out because I don't know what's going on in this kid's life, but he's very stressed right now is what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like he was with Richard Sherman last Thursday night. I'll tell you, everybody knows my feelings about Tua. I believe he doesn't have the it factor. I believe he should be traded immediately from Miami. I think they're going to waste this fucking season. They're going to waste the year of Flores. They're going to waste the year of the defense. I really believe that he doesn't have the goods. I believe Alabama somehow covered up some of this shit He was a fantastic player in college, but so were many of fucking quarterbacks in college, and he just didn't make it in the NFL. There's lacking something. He's definitely lacking something, in my opinion. I've always said it. And Mr. Alabama, I'm going to tell you right now, buddy. Thank goodness that you're just an Alabama fan and not a Miami Dolphins fan, because I believe Dolphins fans are going to be in for a roller coaster ride of emotions, and mostly on the bottom, because if they don't get rid of this guy, then they're fucked.
I completely disagree.
Oh.
I think it's too soon to tell. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I think this guy's gonna be a rock star, but I think it's too soon to tell. I also think that that team's gonna be too good. He's not gonna look as bad as you think he is. If he does, then it's cool, easy peasy. You get rid of him. It's too early to tell, and I think
No, it's not. It's not.
I think he showed to be a gamer, man. Like
No.
he showed. Oh, no, he came into fucking the halftime. The Alabama game.
Stop talking about
Yeah,
him in
I
maroon jersey.
know. Okay, but
It's
I'm just talking. That's all we got to go off of. Last year, did he look that bad?
No, we have to go into what he did last year, and he prevented
He
the Miami
wasn't that
Dolphins from getting into the fucking playoffs.
He was also a rookie.
I
He was
under-
also a rookie. There's a lot of rookies. who have
There's a
not
lot
done
of
well.
rookies that look fucking amazing, and he didn't. So look at Justin Herbert, for fuck's sake. Look at what we saw from Joe Burrow before his leg snapped. Tua is not that guy. I'm sorry. And he should have been ahead
too
of
soon to
Burrow.
tell.
He should have
Too
been
soon to
ahead
tell.
of Herbert because he was better in college. I'm sorry.
Too
It's
soon to
over.
tell.
It's over. Ring the fucking bell.
You can't call it over yet.
Ding.
No
ding.
way.
Mr. Alabama, thank you for that question. We loved it. But we want to get into our last segment of the day, trivia time. We are going to get into some trivia. We love doing it. We love asking each other questions. We love for you guys, you listeners, to figure out whether you know the answers. Before we do, here we go.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with a Super Bowl question. How many Super Bowl punts have been returned for a touchdown?
How many pubic hairs do I have? Let me see. How many Super Bowl punt returns for touchdowns? I'm going to have to say, just because I don't remember any, I'm going to say 0.
Fuck you.
Oh,
right.
All right. I'll take it.
I was looking up shit and I saw that and I was impressed. Okay, how about this? 2013. Who was the NFL interception leader?
2013?
Yeah, 2013.
All right. Just because I can't remember what I did yesterday, I would say Darrelle Revis, but that's a guess.
Richard Sherman.
Oh, Dickie Sherman, 2013. That was the year that was that the year of Seattle and Denver? I believe it's one of the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's 100%.
All right. Okay.
How about this? Most games with a perfect passer rating in a season, 2 games. What do you got? These are tough questions. I'm not expecting you to get any of these right, even though you got the first one right because you're a piece of shit. But if some random shit, and again, this also ties into the things we've talked about today.
Okay.
Most games with a perfect passer rating, quarterback,
Okay.
and the number is 2 games. So this quarterback had 2 games that were a perfect passer rating, and it was in 2007, to give you a little hint.
Okay. 2007.
And again, this
It
has
was
something to do with
too early
It has to do with shit we talked about earlier.
too early for Rodgers. It's got to be Tom Brady.
Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, Biggie Ben. Holy shit.
Underrated, bro. I tell everyone, underrated dude. You look at this guy's fucking passer numbers and shit. They're
I'm not. I never said that he's overrated. I'm just saying he's done now in 2021. He's done.
Okay. I don't want to give you too many hints, but this has to do with something similar to what we talked about recently. This quarterback record is the most touchdowns per touch of the football. Okay? What quarterback has the most touchdowns per touch of the football?
Again, I'd have to guess Brady, but
It's not Brady. Give you another guess. Think about a guy who touches the ball, who doesn't throw the ball that many times, but would score.
touches the football with just the touches. Bada bing, bada boop. And he's a quarterback.
He was a quarterback. He's not a quarterback anymore. Definitely didn't go to any camps this year, I'll tell you that. I don't know how that's not. I couldn't give a bigger hint.
Oh, Tebow. Okay, interesting.
Tebow.
Interesting.
I thought this was amazing.
Okay.
He's got 1 touchdown for every 11.3 touches.
Wow, interesting. Now I would say that there's guys like Vrabel and J.J. Watt and these guys that have these touchdowns that literally that's all they do is just catch touchdowns. But yeah, that makes sense.
No,
Tebow.
I thought I said quarterback.
No, I know. I'm just saying, when you go per touch, you never think quarterback, because fucking quarterback's touching the ball every snap. Okay, you got any jersey numbers?
Hang on, I got two more questions for you.
You got 2 more trivia questions. All right, we've lost everybody. But it's good.
I went off on these. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Who set the rookie interception record for quarterback?
Peyton Manning.
Correct. And last one. Which team is the only team in history to have multiple players with 20 sacks in one season?
Multiple players with 20 sacks.
Mm-hmm. I already gave you the hint. I told you I got to work it into this here somehow so I can talk about it.
Well, you got to think of who had 20 sacks, and you got Strahan, you got Gastineau, but the Giants, they didn't have 2 guys with 20 sacks. I'd have to just guess the Jets, but I can't imagine that. It was the Jets.
So listen to this. Pro Football Focus redid. I was just telling Tom this. They redid the unofficial
that's why.
sacks.
Got
they
you.
redid the unofficial sacks from 1960 to 1981.
Mm-hmm.
In fucking, I was blown away by this. 1981, Gastineau had 20 sacks. Klecko had 20.5.
Jesus Christ.
Unfucking
That's
real.
unbelievable. Nobody talks about that because, like you said, it wasn't official, right? Was it not official?
Yeah,
that wasn't the year. That wasn't the year. Think about
Pro
this.
Football Focus, yeah.
Think about this. Gastineau had 2 fucking years with 20 sacks. Is that nuts?
I know.
Gastineau set the record
Unreal.
at 22. That's crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Him and Klecko had 20 each. That's the only thing you got to think about. It's like who had 20 and then, who would have a fucking teammate. Klecko did it in what was it, 81 you said?
Yeah, 81.
Damn.
All right. I got 4 jerseys for you, and I'm
All
hoping I'm just taking enough time so you can't ask me any questions. That's the whole point.
Mine are easy. Mine,
Fucking
I didn't
Christ,
ask
I don't
you.
want these
I didn't
fucking
ask you
questions.
how much ass hair you had on your taint. But go ahead.
I got to come up with hard questions for you. I
No,
ask you fucking random shit.
No,
you
I know, but jersey numbers are hard enough.
Some Jerkoff's middle name from fucking 10 years ago.
What size
All right.
underwear is this fucking Jameis Winston wear on Wednesday?
Yeah, you know it. Okay, Mike Gesicki, or whatever the fuck his name is, the tight end from
Mike
the
Gesicki is
Gesicki, whatever.
see 80 80 Gesicki is 80 Haisha Basha Husha. He's 88.
Correct.
All right.
The next 3 I got are hard. Jack Conklin,
Jack Conklin,
offensive lineman for the
offensive lineman.
Cleveland Browns. They picked him up last year. Should have
74.
went to the Jets, but he was being a jerk off. 78, close though.
78. Okay.
Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke was single dig. He was 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a little throwback. I think you should know this one.
Okay.
Deion Sanders for Florida.
2.
Correct.
2 for Florida State. All right, now that wasn't bad. So I got Conklin wrong. So 3 for 4 there. Not bad. Yeah, I got questions. Let's see if you got answers.
Yeah, go for it.
I got 2 big questions for you, and they both relate, of course, to your Jets. The AFC East, before the divisions turned into 4 apiece for the conferences, when it was 3, the AFC East, the AFC Central, and the AFC West, they all had 5 teams. Who was the 5th team in the AFC East?
In the AFC East.
Yes, you had the Jets, you had the Patriots, you had the Dolphins, and you had the Bills, and then you had another team. Who was number 5 in the AFC East?
I have no clue. I would say,
Who would you guess?
Colts.
Ding, 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 ding.
I pulled that out of my ass. I thought about it last minute.
Your ass.
Thought about it last minute.
And we all know the
Because I was thinking Seattle because they used to be in the AFC, but Seattle was a AFC North or something.
AFC West, yes. So
AFC West.
there was AFC Central and West and East, and then it had turned into now, of course, as we know it, the 4-team per division: East, West, North, and South. And the last one for you, these throwback jerseys are fucking disgusting. But in 1960 to 1963, the New York Jets used to be known as who?
The what is it, New York Titans? Or
Ding,
whatever
ding,
it
ding,
was?
ding, 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 ding. The Titans of New York. You're exactly
You got nothing
right.
else? You got any other questions for me?
Let me think about it. Let me just give me like give me a topic. I'll think of one real quick. Give me like a team or an era or a fucking Super Bowl. What do you want?
Let's go Super Bowl.
Okay. Okay. Kurt Warner
Okay.
threw in Super Bowl 43 a pick six to a defender for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who was it?
I feel like the easy answer would be Troy Polamalu, but I'm assuming it's not him.
The
Don't tell me.
Arizona Cardinals were on the goal line, and they decided to throw the ball.
Oh, I thought you just said it was to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes. Then he threw the ball to the
Kurt Warner when he was on the
Pittsburgh
Cardinals.
Steelers,
Yeah,
and the guy
bad.
takes it back right before halftime for a pick
I'm gonna
six.
I'm gonna say Ryan Clark.
The answer is James Harrison.
Damn, I wouldn't have guessed that.
That was the big one. That was the one where he took it back 100 yards, and
that's right.
That was the real,
I remember
real
that.
big one.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
All right,
I wouldn't have guessed that though.
but that's trivia time, baby. We love doing that. Listeners, there's just something about trivia. I won't ask Scotty jersey numbers because he does not know, and that's okay. But I am excited to be back. We are going to be about 7 weeks away from the season, and we got shit coming at you guys, gambling, fantasy-wise. We are going to throw out all the knowledge. We're going to throw out all the recaps from the games, everything that we have talked about since our birth in March is going to be laid out on the table. So what we put our fucking money where our mouths are. We got the shit that we told you is coming up in the 2021 NFL season. We're going to see if it pans out or not, and we are going to be right there to tell you how it went, and just like we did in the NFL draft. We fucked up the prognosticators with what we did, and I'm telling you from now on till the season, and then once that season starts, we are going to be in the thick of it. We're going to give you content every week. And we're going to keep feeding you guys, feeding this flame, because this is going to be the year, baby. The past year really sucked dick. It's been awful. COVID, no fans. Who knows what was going on every, team week to week. Nobody knew. And we're back to normal. And let's get this shit rolling. And we're here to entertain you, to enlighten you. We are going to fucking keep feeding it to you. So, Scotty boy, what do you think? I know we got a couple new segments we're going to do in the next couple shows. I'm excited.
I thought it was good. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. And like I said, Rocco B, Scotty G, Highly Explicit NFL Podcast. We are getting ready for the season. And for now, episode 21's in the books. When we get together for episode 22, we are going to knock your socks off with some advice, not only with fantasy, but for gambling as well. So, for Scotty G, this is Rocco B. We're going to say see you later and sayonara.
Adios.